think of arthritis and people who suffer from it, you probably think of someone older, like your grandmother. But arthritis doesn't always manifest itself in the older. No, sometimes it targets much younger victims. Mary Battle is here from the Arthritis Foundation to tell me more about it. Mary, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks, Danny.
Tell us a little bit about arthritis in young people.
Actually, juvenile arthritis it's probably one of the leading causes of disability in kids.
Wow.
And there's over 300,000 children who have juvenile arthritis. And my interest in arthritis is because Bill and I have a daughter who was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. She was diagnosed as a young adult. She had attended the University of Alabama, graduated shortly thereafter she was diagnosed, and in hindsight, as we look back to all the problems she had experienced growing up, as a teenager, she probably had arthritis much younger, but we would take her to the doctor and to the pediatrician, and she was diagnosed with growing pains.
Really?
And a lot of children who end up with the diagnosis of juvenile arthritis go through sometimes many years of misdiagnoses before they actually get the diagnosis and proper treatment. And so the Arthritis Foundation has picked July as the month to increase awareness of juvenile arthritis, because people don't know, and I didn't know how frequently kids get arthritis, and I'm a nurse.
Wow.
So, you can certainly see that I felt bad for a long time after her diagnosis, but it's just not something you think about children having. And I think it's important to get the awareness out there and educate people about the disease and how it can impact children.
Now, you mentioned Bill Battle, your husband.
Right.
Folks at home, he's the athletic director for the University of Alabama
Right.
now. And I find it fascinating. You guys thought that the growing pains. Now, do you remember when she started feeling this way? Was she a teenager?
She was a young teenager.
Really? So like 11, 12,
Yeah.
somewhere in there?
Yes, she was.
And then later, after she graduated,
It got worse. It progressed and it got worse. So, she is being treated. She's treated at UAB. She works for the Arthritis Foundation. She's an employee. I do a lot of volunteer work, and she's doing great. There's lots of good treatments now, very good medication. And the good news is that people and children can live relatively normal lives now. And I mean, there's been so many positive things that have happened in the last decade.
so basically,
Really with the treatments for the different types of arthritis. But, there 1 in every 5 adults have arthritis. As I said, 300,000 children have arthritis, and it is the leading cause of chronic disability in the country. So it's a major disease, and I think people don't really recognize that.
Absolutely.
They don't understand it. They're not educated.
No,
That's the main thing.
I had no idea whenever I first saw the email that brought us together.
Right.
I was shocked. I was like, really, kids? Unbelievable.
It really is. And little kids, I mean, even less than a year old sometimes are diagnosed. So it's a problem. But with July, it's the National Juvenile Arthritis Awareness Month, and the national headquarters has a big national meeting for juvenile arthritis for children with JA and their family members, and that's in Anaheim, California. In the state of Alabama, we have 2 events in October, and it's kind of a fun weekend for kids with arthritis and their family members. And one is October 12th in Birmingham, the other one is October 19th in Montgomery. And so it's a good time for kids and family members to get together with other families and children with arthritis and see that they're not alone.
There you
and they
go.
do lots of fun activities and lots of educational things.
And whenever we get into October, we'll definitely have to have you come back.
We absolutely will do that.
Sure, absolutely, super.
And the one other thing
Go ahead.
is the other big event, big fundraiser that's left for arthritis, for the Arthritis Foundation, is Jingle Bell Run. And we're very excited about that. There are 6 this year. Most of them occur in December for obvious reasons, but there's 6 in the state of Alabama.
Right.
And what we really want to do is educate people on campus about it. It's a fun run. It's a 5K. It is very family oriented. There's lots of kids activities that take place, and it is December 14th in Birmingham, which would be the closest one for the kids on campus to attend. And that you can form a team, and each of the team members can have their own web page. It's very user friendly when you go online to register. There is this fundraising guide that you can print up, and I think this is a very important thing for people to get, because it's a very easy thing to get your individual website and team website set up. So we're really trying to encourage everybody to get a team together and then raise $300 per person, which if you can get 10 people to commit to $30, you have your $300.
You're there.
You're there, and that's not very hard. So the website to go to is arthritis.org/Alabama.
Yes, ma'am.
And they can get all of the information on the things we have talked about there.
All right, super. Mary, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Our
Appreciate
pleasure.
it.
And we'll have you back on again soon.
That's great.
You
Thank
you can find out more about the Arthritis Foundation by calling 205-314-8442 or online at arthritis.org/Alabama.